Coke Boys record. Bad boy. MMG.
Name's Tawan Ramon from Lifestyles Defined. Today we'll be going over the HTC Titan 2, that is this one right here, and the Nokia Lumia 900. And let's go right into it. For starters, we got design. Design is there. Curvature. That is what this is all about. New design, one style, one mind. Difference from the 2, no longer do you have the option to open the phone up and show its guts, which I'm fumbling with now. There it is. You can't do this anymore.
That's not a bad thing though, right? People have problems with that.
Yeah, real problems. I'm gonna go with, being that the speaker or the mic is right here, it allows for individuals making phone calls to no longer have the issue where their intended callee can no longer hear them. Whereas you had that problem with the first Titan.
That was annoying.
Majorly annoying. Signal. One of the other issues with the being able to remove the internals from the outer portion of the body was the signal issues between the connecting points from the outer body and the internals. You don't, again, have this problem anymore. By immediate comparison, you can tell that there's the clear and present differences when you pick them up. Titan 2 is now rubberized, whereas the original Titan was not very slippery, easy to fall, as it did a few times. Definitely not this type of problem with the Titan 2. There is also the cameras. Smaller cameras. Smaller camera for the Titan 1, obviously, for obvious reasons, 8 megapixel, whereas the Titan 2 has a 16 megapixel wider lens, allowing for more light, clear reasons. The camera is better, noticeably better on the Titan 2 than it is on the Titan 1. HTC's Titan 2 comes with very good apps, geared towards the device, photo enhancer, the weather hub, HTC, it's integrated into the HTC hub. Sound enhancement app, which is an app provided by HTC. Great look, as with the Titan 1, it is currently present with the Titan 2. Which leads me to another point. Having the Nokia prior to purchasing the Titan 2, yes, in one day, 3 hours to be perfectly honest, does not come with any type of sound enhancement, and the sound quality when playing through the headphone jack, really was subpar. It did not match up to the original Titan. So I'm going to go out and pretty much say the sound quality won't be as good as the Titan 2 as well. Titan 2 features LTE. Very fast. Download speeds are impeccable. 22 down, maybe about 8 upload. Looking really good for the Titan. AT&T did a great job with LTE. And, kudos to AT&T for that one. Titan 1, but noticeable differences. Definitely worth the purchase, worth the upgrade.
How you feel about that battery though?
Battery life is great. 1850 milliamps. Looks good. Up from 16. Yeah. Up from 16. Battery life, of course, to accommodate for LTE. You're going to use some battery on LTE. It's no longer accessible and obvious reasons. No one, HTC, I guess they don't want anyone tampering with anything as to cause complaints. But, you know, I don't think it's a bad idea to go to that, go to those options or those reaches to prevent people from going into the phone.
Okay.
Lumia.
All right, so this is the hero phone, they call it. Nokia spent a lot of money, a lot of PR. They actually gave it away to a bunch of AT&T employees just to get it in their hand.
2 at every store, actually.
Yeah, 2 at every store. Which worked out good, right? Because we went to the store, the guys were actually excited about it.
Yeah. Which was rare for a Windows device.
Yeah. They actually knew about the phone, so that was really good. So Nokia set out, unlike HTC or any of the other Windows phones, they don't have personality. So any of these phones you see on Windows phones are pretty much a rehash of an Android version or what have you. So Nokia set out to really make a personality device. And, you know, if you look at it, that's what sells. That's what creates a hysteria. You know, oh, you've got the iPhone. There's only one iPhone. And I think that's what Nokia is trying to capture. So the design is pretty unique. It's made out of a solid carbon polycarbonate.
Polycarbonate.
Yeah, some sort of plastic, and they really the grooves and the curves are really nice. And like what's interesting is it comes in 2 colors. It comes in a black and a blue, and April 22nd it'll come in a white. What I like is excuse me, if the device chips or falls or anything, like this blue is actually all the way through to the core. So it's not white underneath. It's not, you know, it's quality. You've got this Carlos Zeiss camera on the back, 8 megapixels, f2.2 f-stop, I believe. Lot of hype. Camera sucks. It's mediocre at best. I find myself using the autocorrect a lot to make the pictures look a lot better than they were before. Front-facing camera, that's pretty decent as well. Beautiful design. What I hate is this middle button is actually the power button. I don't know why, in your right mind, you would have the power button between a volume rocker and a dedicated camera button.
Fail.
Fail. It is a fail. But it's there, and that's what we're going to rock out with. Hardware-wise, again, like Tawana mentioned, the headphone jack, the quality is subpar. It's not as good as the HTC phones. But, you know, it's like a BMW analogy I like to use, where, you know, people with Civics say, I don't need a $30,000 car to get around. I get from A to B in my Civic fine. Like, that's fine, just don't drive a BMW. So, you get this phone, you know, it'll sound great. Just don't ever use an HTC phone to listen to music. And you won't know how bad it is. But...
Or just buy $200 headphones and it might help.
Yeah, it might help, yeah. Yeah, so the sound quality, it's decent, but I wish it was a little better. Software-wise, Nokia loads it up with Nokia Maps, Nokia Drive, Nokia Transit. Special is Nokia Drive. That's their GPS. That's their navigation software. And it actually does have... they just put out an update like 2 weeks ago that enables offline syncing with the maps. So if you don't have a cellular connection, you know, you can still go about it. It has LTE as well. That's a big feature with both phones, the Titan 2 and the Lumia 900. The phones fly. Web pages load ridiculously quick. Facebook. Really? You know, it wasn't, the phones weren't slow before. It was never, you know, an issue of processes and dual core processors and gig of RAM. It was the pipeline of data. How fast is the data feeding these apps? So now that LTE is present, you really notice how snappy things are. So that, you know, that's a plus. Other than that, I think $99 price point. Yeah. This is $200.
$200, of course, plus tax. 2-year contract. Yeah. $99, 2-year contract. Definite trade-offs between the two. What you get, what you won't get, what you can't get, what you might get.
I think this is worth an extra $100.
Yeah, I think this is...
I'm a camera guy.
Definitely worth the extra $100. Yeah. camera is also better than the Nokia, I will say. Of course, not by far. I believe that the margin of difference is not that great to make you decide off of one to the other. It's a toss up. You're getting two great phones regardless of what you choose. It's personal preference. If you like sound, if you like a slightly better camera, you go with the HTC Titan 2.
And the screen on the Lumia is a little better. AMOLED.
Yes. AMOLED.
The screen is a little more sharp. What do you call it? Clear black.
Clear black.
Yeah. So the blacks are nice. It's both phones are relevant, by all means.
Definitely.
So it's it's pretty much you go to the store and see what feels good in your hand and chose what's important to you and go from there.
Yeah.
So
definitely two good buys.
Yeah. You could you look out for the reviews on the site, lifestylesdefined.com. We'll have those up shortly, a lot more in depth.
Signing off to Juan,
Ramon.
Lifestyles Defined.
Well, it is a weeping in the morning and a natural thief. It is a weeping in the morning and a natural thief. It is a when it comes to the mic sound with the champion sound.